There's no more exciting play in basketball than the full court shot. The current record holder for the longest shot in basketball is Baron Davis with an 89-foot bomb.
Ashburn, who could run the baseline. Davis already counted on a shot attempt. Oh! It's gotta go! Count it! Swish!
Now that record is begging to be broken. It seems like a total long shot, but can we break Baron's record for basketball's longest shot?
Taking this shot at history is a big man with both power and finesse. Kevin Love. As a freshman, this 6-foot, 10-inch center led UCLA to the Final Four, then decided to go pro, becoming a first-round NBA draft pick. He's the perfect guy for this world record attempt, known for his long-range bombs. But he's also got a silky shooting touch.
So Kevin, the world record for the longest basketball shot made in a game is by Baron Davis at 89 feet.
All right.
What we want to do is to see if you can beat 89 feet.
That look good on my resume.
So what kind of technique will Kevin use?
Just on the half-court shot, I'll just stand here and just flick the wrist, pretty much.
But hitting a shot over 89 feet will require a little more than a flick of the wrist. To get into the record book, he'll need to add brute strength.
As I move back and go to three-quarters court and full court, then I'll start taking a step into it, and I'll use a lot of my legs to plant off and push through the ground and try to get the ball there.
The courts in the lab aren't long enough to break the record. So we have to go sideways. We set up a basket at mid-court, rigged with special cameras to document his attempt. And we measure the record-setting distance down to the far end of the sports science lab.
Seems like we need to go to at least 90.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to be 89 in 1 inch.
89 in 1 inch, right. Just shoot before the red.
Anywhere before the red, and you're at 90 feet.
On a regulation 94-foot NBA court, 90 feet would almost be a full court bomb.
Woo, this is deep. There you go.
Just to give everybody an idea of how far you're throwing the ball, I'm gonna try to throw it. Here you go.
Statisticians calculate the odds of a regular Joe making this shot at never in a million years.
It's a long way.
The fact is, very few people in the world can even throw a basketball that far, much less put it in the basket. But for Kevin, or anyone else that can even throw a basketball that far,
Counted on a shot attempt.
our statisticians calculate the odds of making the shot at 1,500 to 1. So can Kevin beat the odds to break Baron Davis's 89-foot world record shot? It's time to find out.
Baron, hey, you know I love you, but records are meant to be broken, but I'm gonna do it right here on Sports Science. See that ball curve?
It seems like you have plenty of distance.
I do, it's just curving right.
Get there!
It's there, it's just curving.
Most basketball shots don't travel far enough for spin to noticeably affect flight. But Kevin's shots are flying over 90 feet. And they're bending like sliced golf shots.
It's definitely curving, and there's a reason it's curving to the right, just because it is traveling so far, but I couldn't tell you, that's all for science.
The reason curved balls curve, golf balls slice, and Kevin's shots are missing right is because of a scientific principle called the Magnus effect. As a ball spins, a pressure differential is created on opposite sides of the ball, and the ball moves away from the higher pressure zone. In this case, the last flick of Kevin's fingers creates a side spin of 6 revolutions per second. Over the course of the 2-second flight, that's enough spin to create a 5-foot curve to the right.
What's happening?
Well, my ball keeps curving a little bit right. I got the distance, but like in golf, I gotta step over a few feet to the left just to play my slice a little bit. I might aim for the camera.
Oh! You broke a camera.
After over 70 attempts, Kevin seems to have the shot dialed in.
Get in there! Oh!
But not surprisingly, setting a world record isn't easy.
Get in there! Ah! Make it! Oh! 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 Oh!
How many times have I hit the rim today?
Oh!
Disappointed I haven't made a shot yet. I've had a bunch of them, probably 15 that hit the rim or even closer. So it's disappointing right now. It's tough.
The biggest problem now is fatigue. To launch a 22-ounce projectile 90 feet requires 36 pounds of force. It doesn't sound like much, but jacking up over 90 attempts is the equivalent to bench pressing almost 4,000 pounds worth of reps.
A lot of strength and energy is exerted on those shots, so just to get the ball there is tough to do, but also to put it on point and make those shots is tough as well. All right, this is the last one, I promise. This is it.
It looks like Baron Davis's 89-foot record won't be broken today.
Might just have to cut you off. Sometimes it's just not your day.
I know. This is the last one, though, I promise.
One more?
It. Yeah, one more.
All right, this is it. One more.
He's exhausted and frustrated, but this baller is still determined. Amazingly, on his 98th shot, the last one he was even going to attempt, he makes the 90-foot bucket, a new world record.
That was the last shot. No editing, it had nothing to do with production, any of the people here. That was really the last shot. I said, it took me a while. I said, no, this is gonna be the last one. My legs were kind of feeling it a little bit, my back. So I said, this is the last one. I made it, and I went wild.
So after so many failed attempts, what finally went right? Our motion capture technology takes us inside this record-breaking shot. To get the necessary force on the ball, Kevin runs up and draws energy from the ground as he plants his foot. The energy surges through his body all the way to his fingertips. and he catapults the ball at just over 40 miles an hour. At that velocity, Kevin's got virtually no margin for error. Normal shots approach the rim from all angles at less than 10 miles an hour. Kevin's shot launched at a 40-degree angle, came in at 24 miles an hour. And at that speed, his margin for error is 0.0027%. Only 2 inches shorter or longer, and the ball would have clanged off the rim.
As far as the moment goes right now, hey, I just broke a world record. Being here on set, it's all accounted for just like Baron's shot was, and hey, I'm the new world record holder. Can't be better than that. Maybe I could come back on and we could hit 95, 100 feet. You know, 100 feet would sure be a mark.
So there's one thing we've learned from this experiment. If you want to set a world record basketball shot, all you need is love.